Thank y'all for tuning in to this week's Is Game Time podcast. Um, as you know, this is your host, Colin James. I'm going to try to keep it funky. I promise you, if I annoy you, just delete me, turn this off, or whatever you got to do. But for the most part, I'm going to try to keep it real trill. Um, First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I only got like about a week left on my Facebook ban. So, yes, for people who didn't know, I was in Facebook jail. I was in Facebook jail for about a month. A little bit, actually, they gave me a little bit more than a month. They gave me a little bit more than a month because I reposted something that got shared over a million times. Like, they got shared over a million times. It was a man getting spanked by his wife, and he was naked, but he was like, "Do you take 25 lashes or do you get a divorce?" The way she whooped his ass, bro. Excuse me, I'm sorry for burping, but the way she whooped his ass was criminal. So I found it funny. I posted it and somebody reported me, and I guess it was the last straw. So I was finished. So that being said, I only got a little bit longer to go, and hopefully next time I don't get blocked like this. Hopefully they let me actually appeal it because I've been getting text messages and calls from all my homies saying like a free Colin James, a free whatever, which is funny as hell. So I think it's funny. It's all in good fun. But that brings me to my point that I kind of wanted to touch on first before I went too far. Um, I don't understand what's up with our generation with dealing with anger in the sense like if I don't like you or if I don't like what you're about, then why don't you just unfriend them or stop following them? We're in a society right now where like watch it and get mad, then report it like me, or don't do anything about it and just talk about it after the fact. So I just say it like this: if you don't like somebody, just move out the way. Just don't bother their life. It ain't no big deal. Like I can say something, be critical about you, but that don't mean I don't like you. You know what I mean? I just mean I'm critical of whatever it is. And certain things I can't be critical about. I'm just being true. Certain things I can't. Certain things I feel like I can. But if it's something I feel like I have an expertise in, I feel like I can do that. If not, then hey, it's whatever. But first and foremost, I don't know if you guys watch The Breakfast Club, but I've been watching The Breakfast Club, and they usually have very insightful, great interviews. The interviews they usually have are it's insightful. For the most part, you know, at a certain time, I couldn't stand Charlemagne. A lot of people, a little bit off track, say that I remind them of Charlemagne. I don't know why. Uh, Probably because I just say how I feel. But I feel like Charlemagne is more of a troll. Like he will start something just to get a reaction to like fuck him up. Where me, I ain't gonna start nothing with you, but I will finish it. Like you will say something like, "Yeah, Colin a bitch." Okay, all right, but I fucked your bitch. Like I say something like that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't call you a B first, but then you know, and he's got to finish it, and I'm the bad guy. So that being said, I watched the interview, and he had an interview with ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky, as we all know, if y'all don't know who he is, he had the song. His biggest mainstream hit was that effing problems. Like, yeah, like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. It was with 2 Chainz on the hook. Girl, I know you want this. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick said that, but and it was a thing that Joe Budden said on his podcast. Joe Budden said basically, ASAP Rocky is a star in a culture, but he's not a star, you know, in the music world. Like he's not a star. Like he doesn't put out something and it's like, okay, ASAP dropping no more. And you know, a lot of people got upset with that statement, and then they start attacking Joe Budden. Like, well, he only came up with Pump It Up. He only dropped, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I mean. But when you sit back and look at what he's saying, like, is what he's saying credible? Don't be mad at what he's saying, but is he what he's saying credible? Now another argument could be why would he bring that up, and that's a fair argument because again at the end of the day, but it's his opinion. But we talking about music because for one thing I know about music is timeless. When you hear something that's timeless, you can't never turn it off. Like you listen to anything Isley Brothers now, you can bump it. That's classic music, but you're not hearing nobody play Houston. You know what Houston is. I like that. I like that. Ooh, I like that. Remember that song? Y'all remember that song? So you don't hear nobody playing Houston. So at the time, it was the hottest thing ever. He was a McDonald's commercial or whatever. But I'm not saying ASAP Rocky is that person. But I'm sorry, I'm getting a little deviated. Get off track. But what I'm saying is that Charlemagne said in so many ways that he brought up the conversation with Joe Budden. He said that Joe Budden said he's a star in the culture and not in music. You got a lot of people upset with what Joe Budden said. I'm telling you again, I have to agree. I have to agree in the sense of ASAP have not dropped a good project. When I say good, I mean good where I can like
Rocky music in eons.
We spoke about this album, though, at the game.
Not just y'all. There's a large community of people that have not said a fucking peep about ASAP Rocky's music.
So what does...
Wait, let me finish. You said I didn't explain my point, so I want to try to explain it.
Get your shit
about
off.
ASAP Rocky's music in quite some time.
Okay.
Since probably fucking problems. So when you brought that up, no, I'm with you there.
I don't disagree with anything you just said.
My beef with y'all is a nigga is blatantly focusing on things other than music, which is allowed. Let me finish.
Went through a whole legal thing.
Man, this I'm talking about for mad years. You telling me about Sweden?
What you mean? He's a star, bro. He's a music. He's a star in music.
Good project. When I say good, I mean good where I can like it. Anari can hear it. Ebony can hear it. She like, oh, I know this. She ain't gotta like it, but she like, oh, I know, I heard it. You know. And they like it. It's something that they can play when she get older. She gonna remember the song and play it probably at a wedding or something like that. But ASAP ain't dropped that, so a lot of people attacking Joe Budden and mad at Joe Budden about his opinion. But at the end of the day, I say it like this: it's his opinion. But let's dive deeper into that. Let's drop deep into his classics, if ASAP has any. I'm sorry, I can't think of one classic album that ASAP had. I know, as I referenced earlier, ASAP, his first album had that One Train on it. The song is a classic song to me, but not to culture. You know what I mean? So, but that was like the best song on that first album. Long story short, I can't think of nothing that sets him apart from like his subset, like the Wale's, the Drakes, the Kendricks, the Big Sean's. So those that subset. So, which all of those individuals drop classic projects. They drop something that can be remotely argued as classic. Only person I would say that don't really have that is Drake. But the more I listen to Take Care, the more I think that's Drake's classic album. The more I listen to Take Care. I was arguing that So Far Gone was, but no, I think Take Care, because I feel like Drake at the height of his powers, using the Weeknd influences on a lot of his Over My Dead Body and stuff like that. But with that being said, like I just personally feel that ASAP ain't got that body though. Not saying that he ain't cold, because let's be honest here, ASAP is cold in his own right. Like he started a movement, always strive and prosper. Like that Ferg, you know what I'm saying? Even Yams, rest in peace Yams. All of that stuff, like it created a movement, and I love that about it. That's why he say a star in the culture, because ain't too many people that can do that. Who had that type of influence on the whole culture? I would say Diplomats. I say Diplomats. Wu-Tang. What's another group? Future. Those are some great groups. My person was Slaughterhouse, but I know that Slaughterhouse is not influential like them. But if you just looking at the rhymes and put it on the page, it ain't nothing that you're going to go back and listen to. So that's like my quick, gripe, so to speak. So with that being said, I'm going to change gears a little bit, and I want to kind of address some things that's been going on in our hometown. Muskegon, I'm from Muskegon, Michigan. I was born in Grand Rapids. I'm going to say it again. I was born in Grand Rapids at Blodgett Hospital. I moved to Muskegon when I was about like 3, 4, somewhere around there. I went to elementary in Muskegon, but every summer I would be in Grand Rapids. My dad lived in Grand Rapids, and I would come every weekend. So I'm familiar with Grand Rapids. So as soon as I graduated high school, I'm headed back to rap. But Muskegon is my hometown. The sudden and rash of killings that's going on is I can't even put it into words the how upsetting it is to me that young men and women are losing their lives over nothing. And when I say over nothing, I mean over nothing. I mean, I understand you have your affiliations, you have who you run with, you have whatever it is, but sometimes I think that we get so put in a place where it's like if everybody, it's like I don't know if you guys ever heard this thing called a self-fulfilling prophecy. A self-fulfilling prophecy is something that's where somebody keep telling you something, you're going to become of it. If somebody keeps saying that you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid, you're going to believe that you're stupid. So I feel like when Muskegon people say Muskegon is bad, Muskegon is bad, Muskegon is bad, I personally don't feel like Muskegon is bad. I feel like that if people believe that, then it becomes of it. Let's say, for instance, you're going to get robbed, you go to Muskegon. People are only going to highlight when somebody gets robbed. I think that's something that's going on now with a lot of the murders that's going on. It's a lot of situations that's going on where people say it's a bad place, so people kind of fulfill that prophecy. I am hopefully trying to get together an initiative to try to get and not get the guns off the street, because we tried that and it didn't really work. Well, we got to try to touch these kids because, you know, unfortunately, that like just the people that not even got shot, but, you know, think about the PTSD of the homies that was with them, the girls that was talking to them the night before. Like, they're all dealing with some type of trauma. Like, we go through trauma too, and we got to kind of have the right avenues where people can speak and not feel like that they're being, they're not out that way. Like they don't feel like they're in a way or anything. So we got to do something. And as adults, as leaders in these communities, and you know, we have to do better of giving our kids something or somewhere to talk to, somebody to talk to, because unfortunately, there's not a lot of places that's willing to talk to us. You know, when I say us, I mean me. Let's say Colin walked through a door. It's only certain people that can walk up and have a full conversation with Colin, and they know what Colin going through. Like, I can smile when somebody think I'm happy, but somebody know me like a Rico Lloyd or Jock Mitchell, they like, nah, bro, what's wrong with you, Colin? Like, they can tell that. And it's only certain people that can get that information from me. And with these kids, unfortunately, the people that they confided in ain't here. And the people that losing their life, they're losing their life over something that really don't need to even happen. Like, and I say this too, and I mean this with the most respect. I'm a pure proponent of everything happens for a reason. So when somebody go, hey man, I mean it's unfortunate, it's sad, it's just, but God got a plan. There's a divine plan. There's a divine plan in order. So some things need to happen for us to see the bigger picture. Speaking of that, today is the 18th. It's Barbara James, my mom. You know, BJ. It's her birthday. So, I want to say happy birthday, Mom. I missed you. It gets harder every day. I'm going to say it gets easier. Just you kind of learn how to deal with stuff a little bit differently, So, I miss her. Barbara James is one of those people that just always saw the best in everybody. And I hope I exemplify that as a man and as a father and, as a grandfather, hopefully. That's what it is. So, again, these young ladies are coming in now, which is messing up the podcast. So, yeah.